Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is on CTAP and my experience staffing SNCOA. Let's get started. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, CTAP is a Texas thing. It's a part of the RCLS program. It stands for Cadet Training and Education Program. Happens twice a year. I was staffing SNCOA, Senior Non-Commissioned Officer Academy, which is for those who are from Tech Sergeant to Chief Master Sergeant. So this is my third consecutive time being an instructor. And each time is really different, and each time I've staffed with two different people with me. So there's a lead instructor, and there's me, and then there's someone else. Each time I've staffed, and I will link the other videos to the other times that I have done a review and recap in the description, and it was great. I love staffing because I feel like it's a little burst of energy, seeing all my friends, hanging out, doing cap stuff in the middle of the year, just getting out and doing it. And I love that it's not such a long thing as encampment, so that I can do it in the middle of the year. That's one of my favorite things. It is rough to get all your school done and do all of that, and the planning is rigorous. There's a lot of stuff to do for it, but I really love it. And this time we did, so I've always wanted to be a lead instructor, and I've always had these ideas of changing it more of like a leadership school, and just from me, a 17-year-old teaching a 15-year-old about emotional intelligence. And sometimes, and like in this past class, there's a 19-year-old. So I'm teaching someone else older than me about emotional intelligence. And while I've gained so much experience from the things I've done in CAP, I don't feel like as much as research as I do, as much as I can learn, that I'm going to give them a whole lot. Granted, I can still teach them, I can still give them some knowledge, a different perspective, insight, but I don't feel like it's enough, and it's the same thing as me teaching them about staffing encampment, which I've done. Being on squadron staff, because these are things that I have copious amounts of experience with, and something because I've been in CAP longer than them, I'm higher ranking, I have more experience than them, that I'm going to be able to give them guidance on. And when I say I'm higher ranking, I mean that as a way of like, I can teach them how to do SDA. So I really wanted to change it to teaching them about encampment staff, encampment formations, PT, squadron, what the difference is, teaching them how to make goals, flight plans, how to do Form 50s, how to do SDAs, how to kind of preparing them for their squadron staff and really fixing their problems. I know a lot of people have problems with call downs, and so they're trying to figure out, what do I do? How do I fix my squadron? I don't have a cadet commander. I'm kind of filling all those roles. And that's kind of what I want it to be. I still want to have leadership classes in there, definitely, but more about like leadership philosophy and kind of finding your own leadership path. Instead of emotional intelligence, servant leadership, just these really broad topics, because when I went through as a student to SNCOA, I didn't feel like I was getting, or when I left, I didn't feel like I'd gotten a lot out of it. So I really wanted it to be on that. So the lead instructor this time, he really was like, I don't want to do what we've done before. I don't want them to be getting off from school and then coming and writing 3 essays, giving speeches, because the thing about those essays is it's all fluff. It's all fluff. You see 300, 500 words in servant leadership, you're gonna get some great essays, maybe 3 or 4 out of 28 students that are really just like, good job, you know how to write a good essay. And the rest are gonna be saying servant leadership is a philosophy, servant leadership is where you're serving cadets. Servant leaders are not followers, they are inspiring others through their servanthood. You're not going to get a lot of in-depth, comprehensive understanding of what they're doing. So we had them do short assignments, just a paragraph, a few sentences, break it down. A major thing was content over work, really getting past the rigorous of this is writing an essay and getting towards what are you saying in this essay. And I really like that. One thing I'm going to do differently next time if I'm a lead instructor is I want to put like 1, you're writing a thesis. It's a sentence about the topic. 2, you're giving an example. So if it's servant leadership, you give an example of servant leadership. 3, you write your opinion. You say servant leadership is a great philosophy because this. Servant leadership is not very effective. You just write your opinion. And that, because those are the 3 things that I really look for in an essay. What you think of it, your opinion, that's what I want in an essay. So I feel like just asking for that instead of asking for an essay is going to be really helpful. I also really want to focus on what I said. Encampment staff, line staff, and then leadership philosophy. I feel like, because you just have a weekend. You have Friday night, Saturday day, and then Sunday morning, which is usually final project. I still want them to have some essay or some group project to be doing because I don't want them to just be doing nothing. A lot of the other schools, including the schools below SNCOA for the younger and lower ranking students, have a lot more homework than them. So while they're going to bed, I would like them to be doing something and working hard. So I kind of want to transition more about what they're doing. I really love SNCOA. I feel like it's a great way to learn things, and it gets a lot of that book smart and can't make you learn all about CAP. Things like ATS and those advanced schools, intermediate, you're really learning about leadership in action. It's really hands-on. Even like COS and most RCLSs, it's just the book knowledge, and I feel like we need to get that. Show them those resources, get that stuff down. And that's really my goals for it. I really enjoyed this past one. It's great learning, meeting all my friends, hanging out. I love being able to influence those students. They get asked questions, and I really built that relationship. And that's just really who I am as an instructor, is someone who wants that relationship and not just the yelling at someone. If you have any questions on SNCOA, leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them. If you have any questions on anything CTEP related, RCLS, all that kind of stuff, leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer those. And subscribe so you can be updated on all of my videos. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is my collaboration. A few weeks ago I posted something called Collab With Me and my channel update. I'll have it linked above, somewhere up there. So I had several answers and a lot of people who wanted to collab. So thank you for everyone who did. Ask 2 questions. What you've learned through your organization, whether it's CAP, ATC, ROTC, anything like that, and what advice you'd give to someone new.